Oh, uh, yeah, my pimple of pimples. Hey, what's up, everybody? Yeah, so today's topic, if I have one, is I'm going to Cali this weekend. Well, I'm going to be in Cali this weekend and part of next week. Um, Kind of a little vacation getaway, but reminiscent of the past and all that stuff. I used to live out in California, so fun stuff. Dang, that's annoying. You ever get one of those pimple things and you just want to keep popping it or playing with it? It just gets annoying. So, oh, and it's that side, so I need to move that to the side. Actually, I need to check the sound. I think we'll be all right. I'm not sure. Input, audio mic. Yeah, so anyway, all right, so let's get started with things. Um, hmm. Oh, I was talking to my mom this morning about the Whipple surgery. Actually, I was talking about it yesterday. I was looking at a bunch of different videos yesterday about just the pancreas stuff, right? And researching it, I had ran across one. Um, well, let's say this: when you have the Whipple surgery, right? It it hold on, I'm trying to set something up real quick. So having the Whipple, right? Basically, they're taking out part of your pancreas and so on, and the liver. I mean, the pancreas is in the middle of all this stuff. So not only is it in the middle, right around the rib cage area, it's behind other organs and so on, and up in there. So when they do the Whipple, they have to pull out your intestines sometimes to get to it. There's a lot of stuff involved into it, and that pimple is annoying. But anyway, and there's a big chance of recovery or a reoccurrence of even though they go in, they cut it out, right? The issue that I see is that once you open up any part of your body, even like this is an example, this freaking pimple, it can expand, right? So if you don't get it all out, all of it, it's probably gonna be there for a while, and could go somewhere else. So I was I didn't have time to look this up, but I was gonna look up some images of the whole what they do, what they cut out, and all that stuff. And it's just I don't know, man. My mom had asked me before, "Is like, would you do the surgery?" And I've had a lot of surgery over time. I had shoulder surgery where they had to cut a big chunk of my section out. I don't know. You can see it, maybe not. There's a big dent right here where they had to cut that and I had cut some stuff out, kind of like a cyst, but it wasn't cancer. But anyway, the pain and healing and all that stuff with that was just crazy. And then I mentioned before about having Bell's palsy, and that was from getting braces and getting the braces removed, which is the crazy part. And that's where the half of my side went numb. I don't know. It just made me think a lot about the disease. I mean, a lot about that, about the Whipple surgery in general. And to be honest, like I don't know, like if I would do it, like just because of where it is at in mine and the reoccurrence, possible reoccurrence. Like I think the chances of it possibly reoccurring is higher and just dealing with that, right? So you go in and you get the surgery done. I mean, granted, now they have better surgeries, better better ways of dealing with it. The doctors have gotten better, the tools, all that stuff with the science has gotten better. So it's better, but you still have a ton of risks. And Not sure if that's worth it for me, you know. Sure, I'd like to have it gone, but I think, let's say this, say I get it taken out, right? And they do it successful, boom. Um, I think the reoccurrence, possible reoccurrence of it, of cancer coming back, is 75%, something like that. This is what my mom actually looked up. So, so even if you get it cut out, it's not gonna. It could cure it. Don't get me wrong, but it may not. You have a 75% chance of it not. And with that being said, the amount of time for getting it out and going through the recovery, and again, this is going to depend on the doctor, who the doctor is, how well they are at the surgery, and so on. Oh, I got another one. I have another scar right here where they cut, not the pimple, but they had to fold this out from something that happened when I was a kid. So it's right here. I had a thing blow up in my face, and it blew a hole in the side of my mouth right here, and ended up didn't go to the hospital right away. When I finally did a couple hours later, first I almost burned to death, then almost bled to death, then I almost went into shock, all of that crap, and yeah, so that cut a big jagged thing in my neck, and they had to cut this and fold it back to cut the cyst out, which was the size of a golf ball. So imagine like a golf ball size thing sitting on the side of your face, and then being burned at the same time. And so they cut it out, and yeah, everything was cool. It was 4 hours for that surgery, and then parents went home because I was under 18 at the time, and something came untied, and it ended up filling up the whole side of my face with blood. Um, and I mean, I swear, and I was on meds. I was on, uh, man, some super heavy drugs to knock me out. And even with those drugs, I could still feel that thing. Felt like my head was gonna explode. Like literally, it was pulling the skin. And this is all because something came untied inside my face. A vein, it was just filling it with blood. So, having those experiences just makes me go, yeah, well, what if this happens? What if that happens? What if that? Because they all say one thing. It's like, yeah, there should be no problem. We just do this, cut it out. But then there's always, I don't want to say that always happens, but yeah, now you have the chance of something like that happening again. Or I don't want to say it. I just think that sometimes surgery is a lot more involved than what people think. Well, I know it is. Not all the time, but sometimes. And that one is not one to fuck around with. There's no big arteries in my face here. And just that did a lot of damage. Same thing with the Bell's palsy. So, so would I get that Whipple? I don't know. Probably not. I think it depends on how well I trust the doctor. Even then, don't know, because just that time, like I said, the recovery time and all that, and then just to know that you may get it back again, like, is that worth that time, the downtime? Because it would be. Actually, let me look that up. Recovery from getting Whipple. So you have unable to eat, unable to. There's so many. It's a worry when the doctor asks the patient, "Do you have any ideas?" Yeah, so there's a lot of stuff to do with that recovery that I feel. I don't know if it's worth it for me. Well, you never know. I mean, a lot of that times I'm just on the fly too. So it depends on how I feel with the doctor, the hospital, all that crap. But it's just definitely one that you don't want to just go, oh, I'm just going to have the surgery done and be fine. Doesn't work that way, man. So, yeah, so just looking at the picture, right? To me, it just goes. If they microscoped it, but then even then, so like say you have, I don't know, say this is the cancer. I don't know. I want to say if they don't kill, they cut it out, and say part of the cancer falls off and gets stuck in your body. What are you gonna do? That's where it starts to spread, and then it becomes, like that's the thing too. Is like once they cut it, now you're open to if any little speck of that crap gets somewhere, it could just get in your bloodstream and start floating around again, and it ends up somewhere else. Maybe it ends up on your lungs. Maybe that's the thing that I'm worried about. Well, I'm worried about a lot of things really, but that's a big one, man. So with that being said, I don't know. What would you do? Would you get it? Would you be open to get that surgery? Big thought right there, man. And like, just let's say this. You also have not just the surgery, right? So you also have well, you're gonna have the medical bills probably with that too, maybe. So there's a lot of little things associated with that you have to take in consideration. Like how often are you gonna if what is the longest one? Here we go. Let's see if we can do that. Oh, here we go. Let me fix my screen real quick. I'm always trying to fix this thing because I'm crappy. No, just kidding. It's a song, right? In the images, I want to go with. Now I need to add window. Boom. Let's go with. All right. Let's go back to this. And I'll put this link in the description. See, now you're getting a big. I have to put my finger over there, or move this screen over to the side. Then it changes things. Oh, that's why. So I need to. Can I flip invert me? Anyway, yeah, I'm actually looking this way, but on your screen it's that way. So sorry if I'm looking around, but I'm reading this document actually because I don't want you to see my pimple. See, this is one thing. So it goes. If you have cancer in your pancreas or nearby organs, the Whipple procedure may be the only way to extend your life. I don't know. I don't know about now. How old is this article? It's last year. Actually, just not that long ago. I don't know if that's true because there's other procedures, but those are. See, even then, it says it may boost. For those that undergo this Whipple procedure, may boost their those who undergo the successful. So what is considered a non-successful? What's the rate of that? You know what I mean? Like, what's the rate of people that get the Whipple as it being successful versus non-successful? Yes, we got it a lot. Because a lot of times when they open you up, they find a lot more than what you see on the scans. Because the scans can only show you so much. So this removes your pancreas. Now you got to change your eating habits. You got to change a lot of things with this. They don't tell you in there. They just tell you the surgery is what you got. So these are things that you got to look at. And you can't just look at the surgery as you have to as the only issue. You have to look at what are the other issues associated with that. I mean, crap. They're playing with all this stuff in here, right? Let's see if that even... Right? And it doesn't show even the arteries in there. If they're going to cut that much of your stomach out, then they got to reattach your stomach to that and then close up that. Then you got your bile duct, which now what's that going to just drain straight into... Yeah, well, I mean, it already does. It's a gallbladder right there, so that's gone. So now your bile duct just goes straight into your stomach in a shorter route. That's just a lot. Oh, look at that. So then your stomach goes... That just looks so crazy. Boom, boom. Why does that go to... Anyway, back to the one. Yeah, so here goes the things. Starts off, 20% of the people are eligible. So that already knocks a lot of people out. What was it? Usually... Mine hasn't spread, but it's around, maybe it is around the major blood vessels. But the Whipple procedure sometimes, let's go blow this up. So maybe you can read it with me. I'm just reading in my head. But the Whipple procedure is sometimes used to treat bowel cancer. So, understanding this ratio thing is crazy. Really is an option for 40% of the people who localize disease that is spread. Prepare for the Whipple. Stop eating, drinking. Okay, get that. I have a port, so maybe they wouldn't have to use that. Oh, see that part right there? Open up your gut. One long cut. So, actually, let me see this. I'll show you. Whipple. Post. Let's see if that... This is maybe pop up with some bad images, just so you're aware. And now I have to size this screen into here. Scar, I don't know. Let's see. Post-op, how the... They make it sound all nice and easy, but it's not. Let's see, what else? Post-op scars. So this is just different scars that people had doing the... See a long scar all the way down. So just imagine that. They're going to cut you like that, wide open. Dig in there and hopefully they don't do any damage otherwise. Now this one, this type of surgery, less scarring. Oh, then you gotta will with that. Oh man, there's so much that, and each doctor is different. And then you got like your stomach's gonna fill with fluids. There's all kinds of things associated with that. Fluids from infections. Your stomach's gonna swell up. You're gonna have a hard time eating anything for a while after, because of course it goes through your stomach, man. Just imagine how long that's gonna have to take before you can fully eat again. So your foods are gonna taste completely different, probably. I just think that this may not. Let's see. Oh, okay. Now let's see if. Yeah, like that, man. That's just all that gooey stuff and all that after effects. I guess it's no different than a C-section for a woman that has a baby, but kind of. Yeah, I just don't know if I can. I don't know if I want to go through that. I mean that one, but man, it's like, ugh. There's the C-section kind of like that. Anyway, I'm just keep researching this stuff. This is stuff I look at. You know, there's a lot of unknowns when you get the disease or get the cancer, right? A lot of unknowns with surgery and all that stuff, man. Is the minimal invasive surgery right? I think that really depends on the cancer too, right? And how much they can extract, because doing it this way is like how much of it may be left behind. Healing process would be a lot better, that's for sure. But I don't know. It just looks crazy. Yeah, I don't. What I imagine if they did this and discovered more. You know, that's where that problem lies. They do this all of a sudden to get in there and go, oh, it's way more than I thought. And then imagine how long that surgery is going to be. So let's look that up now. Cost of the Whipple. Of having just admissions $40,000. Granted, I mean money isn't really the well, this is the thing with that procedure that kind of gets me a little bit too. That the procedure itself, if if it's $50,000, if this is a 42 million per year, 421 million per year, there were. Let's just do the math, man. how much money is that making? 421, and this is just for the initial 48,062 equals. Oh, wait. 87,000 per, no. I gotta redo this because I got my math off. 421, and then you go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. There we go. 421 million divided by 48,062 equals. Actually, it's pretty low. 8,000. That's not right. Something's wrong. Anyway, on here it's saying that at least 41,000 per. Anyway, look at the cost. Follow the money, man. It's like, I want to say almost in a way, imagine like you wreck your car, right? And you take it to a body shop to get it fixed, and they only do half of they do majority of it, but there's still one thing wrong. And if they get that one thing wrong, it can screw up the whole. Anyway, yeah, just looking at things. But yeah, just follow the money, man. So would the doctors push to, let's see, Whipple surgery. There you go, right there. There's one. The study was done 2019. These are older ones, so. So yeah, the average survival rate is 8%. So are you willing? I don't know. Anyway, I'm gonna bore you guys with this stuff, but something to think about when you have all this stuff. Then there's like chemo treatment before. What kind of chemo treatment before? Chemo treatment after? Is it all a money pull? Some cases, I'm sure it is. Diagnosis, initial phase, Anyway, that's all I got. That's what I keep looking at. On that and my pimple on my face, which is pretty annoying. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I don't know if I made any good progress with this post or what, but that's what I got. Anyway, peace out, everybody. Talk to you later.